All right, hey there, bombers and bombshells. As promised, we are live right now with Yve-Car, the co-founder of Kreyol Essence, which is a bomb hair care brand that you all should know. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I am great. It is so wonderful to speak with you. I've watched you on Shark Tank, as I'm sure a lot of our followers have as well. And you guys were amazing. You and your co-founder, Stefan, were so amazing. And so I'm going to just kick it off with that. And let's talk about that experience. How was being on Shark Tank and how was presenting your brand? How was that whole experience for you?
So being on Shark Tank was an amazing, amazing experience. A lot of folks ask me, how do you go about being on Shark Tank? And what folks might see on the camera, 15 minutes segment, you're actually in front of the sharks for about 2 hours. The other thing is that there's an extensive tryout process. So it took about 6 or 7 months to go through the process. So, I did a casting call, and I live in Miami now. I'm a Brooklyn girl, though. And I remember sitting at my computer and seeing an email that said, I missed the casting call in Miami, but then I saw that there was a casting call happening in Brooklyn. And at first I took it as sort of like a funny sign since I'm from New York. And then I saw that it was happening at a Haitian establishment. So I was just like, oh, this must be the Lord. Um, I called my husband. I'm like, would it be crazy if I just took a plane and jumped on a plane, went to New York to try out for Shark Tank? And he was like, babe, trust your gut. And to me, that was one of the most important pieces of advice he could have given, because many times as women, we don't trust our gut, or we think we're a little crazy.
Right.
But trusting my gut led us to, going for the tryouts, going through months of, really proving ourselves and that we wanted to be on the show, to being able to be in front of billionaires to pitch our business, and being, one of the first Haitian brands that is prominently featuring Haiti, featuring natural hair care, featuring social entrepreneurship in front of those billionaires. It was quite an opportunity, and it's once in a lifetime.
And I remember Mr. Wonderful, it seemed like he was trying to pressure you a little bit to take the first deal. But you were fighting back. You were like, no, let's negotiate.
Listen, 37% of our company is what he asked for. Like, that's insane. It's almost half the company, and something that Stefan and I have been working on and building for over 5 years. And at that point, it was 5 years. There was no way we were going to give up that much of the company, particularly for $400,000. That would have meant that our company was almost worth nothing, given the sales that we had, the contract that we were already signing with Ulta Beauty, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Being at Whole Foods and just having an amazing tribe. Like, our customers, I'm in love with our customers. It's a family, because they are the ones that, when I'm discouraged, when it's hard, every purchase, this is an amazing product. Every before and after picture that we see of the hair growing, and the skin looking amazing, that means that we need to keep going. So I would never give up our company for $400,000 for 37%. So yeah, I wasn't gonna go into pressure.
And you did such a great job. I mean, I told you this before, but you're an inspiration to me. You're an inspiration to so many female entrepreneurs, particularly Haitian entrepreneurs. We're just like, we were so proud of that moment. And so talk about your launch at Ulta, which is so amazing.
We were on the show. We announced that, we had a contract that was worth over $1 million, and it was for launching at Ulta Beauty. And, that was also one of the things that Mr. Wonderful kind of perked his ears at. And, for folks to get this in context, what that means for us as a business is that we're on track over the next 5 years to create work and have an impact on 30,000 families in Haiti. And this is not from a donation. This is not from someone who is being benevolent. It's all of us as a community who want good ethical beauty products, being able that we're purchasing and partnering with the retailer, we get to create that work. And we're going to be launching nationwide, all 1,200 doors. Every door is going to have, you know, the L'Huile Masquiti, our Haitian black castor oil, prominently featured. Got our products there.
Congratulations again. And so the coronavirus, COVID-19, it has had an adverse effect on all of our lives, obviously from the health standpoint and everything that's going on with medical workers and people who are getting sick, but also in business. And we've all experienced these downturns in our lives, and things have shifted and changed. So how have you maintained through everything?
Oh, good question. So I'm proud to say that, you know, Haitian black castor oil, L'Huile Masquiti, is considered an essential product.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, and I'm like, it's an essential product for me. Like, I love when our customers send us like pictures of their package, and they're like, thank God, because while we're in quarantine, this is the perfect time to like oil up, moisturize during a lockdown. But also we sell body washes, hand washes, soaps, creams. So we have the gamut of products, you know, that you can find to make sure you're keeping all of you healthy. So we are open for business. But what it means in terms of operations during a time like this is that we have had a multiple of challenges that actually remind me of working in Haiti. So I call this Pays Lock US edition, and Haitians know that means like country lockdown, but this is the US edition. So first, starting off in Haiti, the last 18 months, many may know that there have been political strife where the country was shut down. So getting castor oil, our signature ingredient that promotes hair growth and helps with skin, was challenging, but we made sure we were able to bring it in. So what we actually did is Stefan had quick thinking. We partnered with Uber, and Uber had, you know, drivers who were looking for work that who also had operations experience. We turned our office into a fulfillment center, and then we were getting out orders to the tribe.
Okay, so here are some product photos.
There we go. So that's the before and after. Let me see, and you could see here this person. This is the one before. It was 3 months of growth. He was experiencing baldness, and then you see the hair growth. This is actually me right here. There's a before photo with like my fro.
Wait, I have the before photo.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a before
There
photo.
we go. There's before. And for those who think that, you know, 4C, kinky hair, can't be healthy, can't be moisturized, that is not true. You can see the before and after there. And I think I have one more.
After. And then we have this one.
Yes.
See that?
I could see the after, but the before you can't fully see it on top.
Okay.
This is a better one. So this is the edges. For those who are always asking, is there anything that can help my edges grow? Here it is. And then you could also see for the eyebrows, for those of us who have just done too much plucking, waxing, and all the other things we do to ourselves as women in the name of beauty, you can help to repair that.
This is honestly my favorite product, and this is the black castor oil, and this is scented. It's mango, papaya, and coconut, and it smells so good.
Lots of men also use our products, believe it or not, because men also suffer with hair loss and challenges, but also it moisturizes and feels great. And you can also use it on your body if you're dealing with dryness. So it's amazing. The next way I like to use it is with my hair mask. So like these two products, my go-to. Like I don't live without this. Like this kinky hair, it needs these. So after I wash, shampoo, conditioner, I use the mask, which it's truly a mask. It's not like your regular deep conditioners. It's thick. It's like a butter, as you can see here. All right, so that's all the goodness, the richness in here. I add it to my hair, all over it, and then after that, I add the oil, and then I detangle.
Okay.
I detangle. Put a cap on over it if I'm doing a deep conditioner for at least 30 minutes, and then all breakage stops, and then I can go ahead and wash out and style as usual. So that's the other way. The first one was a pre-poo. The second one was as a deep conditioning hair mask. And then the last one, I will say, when you have a protective style? And I get asked this question a lot.
So my next question for you is on Shark Tank, you and your business partner, you revealed a very heartfelt time during your company's history where you experienced a bit of a downturn. And I could definitely relate to that as a fellow entrepreneur. We just know that running a business, it's a roller coaster. And there are some times when it's high and sometimes when it's low. And so what lessons did you glean from what happened, and what lessons did you glean from that time that you continue to use or kind of tap into when things kind of get rough?
Really great question. In 2016, Stefan and I were debating if we should keep the business running or not. It was a hard time. We lost our biggest client. The investors that we had, they were not happy with our growth. And we wanted to go in different directions. And, it was that point where we're saying, are we good enough? Maybe we don't have the skill sets. Maybe this is not meant to be. All that self-talk began. And I remember, and I am not a crier. As an immigrant child, you're taught to tough it up, just deal with it. Yeah. So I remember I was in Haiti and I called my mom, and for the first time I cried, and she heard me cry as an adult, right? That doesn't happen. So she's like, ooh, this is bad. And she said to me, come to the States and, let's talk and let's try to figure things out. And, I remember her saying to me, come to Jersey, and have you ever heard of a place called Whole Foods? And I'm like, yes, mommy, I've heard of Whole Foods. And we went there, and two things happened. One, I always go through the beauty aisle wherever I go. Still to today, if there is a store, I am perusing the entire beauty aisle, even if it's 2 minutes to see what's out there. And I saw castor oil that was not real castor oil. And I got upset because I'm like, here I am debating about if I should, close the business down. And I'm thinking nobody really wants this in grand scale. And here is something that's not real on the shelf. And I asked to speak to the buyer, and they told me to come back, in an hour when the buyer is there. So I say, okay, which means I always have my oil and products in my bag. And, I came back in that hour, and I found the buyer, and she was stocking shelves. And guess what? I sat on that floor and I helped her stock shelves, and I talked about the product, right? Because she was busy. I was not going to remove her from what she was doing. And I started to talk about our brand, what we believe. And then I also had her smell the products, and she was like, oh my God, I can feel the difference, and it's not heavy. It's sinking into my skin. I could see myself using this. And then that was the first time it was just like, I need to get out there, and maybe not, I'm working on farms, I'm working with producers, and I do a lot of the back end along with Stefan, and we're okay with that. But I realized I needed to get out there and be the ambassador for the company and for my community. So that was the first lesson. The second thing is, and probably the most important thing, Stefan said, you know what? We were selling the oil in bulk to other manufacturers who were putting it into products. And he said, we need to focus on our core customers the way we began. So he updated the website, and we started doing what we did when we first started the company. We started sending out emails, getting on social, talking to, going to different beauty shows, trade shows, you name it, we were going out there, and it was just like, let's connect with our people. And from there, sales started to go right back up. And like I said, every email, every, before and after picture, all of it, to me, it was like little signs to just keep going. And lastly, when we wanted to, really ensure that, Kreyol Essence went national and had its first national retail partner, I don't say everyone do this, but what we did is we started a campaign with our tribe. And, I let the emails go with our folks saying, we want to see Kreyol Essence on shelves all over the country. And the buyers finally, after a while, was like, okay, we got it. You have folks who want the products, and they will purchase it. So essentially, getting back to the core and our why was important. Being nimble and saying simple, not doing too much, not overthinking things and getting overly complicated, and making sure we solve the problem for our customer was truly what helped us get back, the momentum for the company. And then we also had to do a lot of self-reflection and self-work. I probably listened to Super Soul Sunday. That was my Bible with Oprah, just about the self-work, my mindset, being purpose-driven, prayer, and really feeding my mind things that were going to propel me forward, and that was going to give me both life lessons and tips, as well as, spiritual and business. And then when you work with your spouse, that has great benefits, but it can also be extremely challenging. So we had to make sure we get on the same page, that we communicate better, and that we could be honest in a safe space. So when you're in business, even if you're not working with your spouse, your business partner, it's a marriage. Mm-hmm. When you get an investor, it's a marriage. So it was really challenging, but I think spirituality, having a strong why, and staying connected to our source, which is our community and our customers, is truly what helped us get through.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like when there are so many moments when it's easy to be like, this is not meant for me, and I'm just gonna pack it up and go home. But no, I think when you get tired, you learn to rest, not quit. So you just have to kind of take a step back and then really kind of be nimble and creative about how you're gonna attack the issue at hand in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So, wonderful.
Thank you. There's this amazing quote, and I think it's by Benjamin Franklin, that talks about the difference between someone who's successful and not, is that you are able to get up from every failure and do that consistently. So failure is going to come. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn, but it's the ability to get up each day afterwards and continue on the journey. That's truly the difference between those who are considered successful and not. There are a lot of businesses closing right now. Okay, there are so many people out of work. So to me, every time I pack the box or I put tape on a box, it was like, thank you, God, that I still have a community who wants this. And, we have jobs and we're still creating jobs. So really changing one's mindset about what's happening dictates if you're going to stay stressed. Because there was some super nice, I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Are we going to be able to get this out? We're trying to still capital raise. Are we going to get enough capital? Can I keep everyone on staff? There's a lot of questions, but then when you take a breath and then you reframe how you're looking at things, all of a sudden you figure out we're so blessed. We're all so blessed, and we're in this together. Like, I've never seen people come together more than I have right now to just support one another. And I'm talking about people in the same business industry. Like, I'm helping other founders, and I'm like, what do you need? Here's a resource, because we all have to make it out of this, through this, and beyond this.
So how many products are in your line?
That's a really great question. So overall, we actually have 35 products, 35 individual products. So when it comes to our castor oil, there are 5 main ones. The OG, the original, straight out of Haiti. All the other ones are from Haiti as well, but we've infused essential oils. So there's rosemary, mint, lavender, the chocolate, and the mango. So those are our castor oil. Mm-hmm. Then we have the full hair care line: shampoo, conditioner, hair milk, Haitian shea butter, and pomade. And we call that like the total hair care set for those who are looking for growth and moisture. And we have a big focus on the scalp, because a lot of folks ask us, how do I promote long hair? And the way you do that is a healthy scalp. Because you could have longer hair that's unhealthy, that's breaking, that's not thriving. So it's important to really take care of your scalp as well as your overall hair. And then we have 2 main SKUs, or 2 main products for skincare. And the base is all from moringa. And often you'll see it like in a white bottle. I am obsessed and love Haitian moringa. People are like, oh, what do you put on your skin? Haitian moringa oil, this right here. And we have the face wash. And I always tell folks, if you have oily skin, because a lot of folks think if you have oily skin, you can't use oil. Normally, it's your skin at an imbalance. So it's producing more oil than necessary because it's not finding the hydration. So super light, all it needs, 1 drop is all you need. And that's why it's in the smaller bottle, because you don't need much when it's a quality product. And then lastly, we have our bodies, the body set. which contains our hand and body wash, hand and body soap. We have our, I said body cream, body wash, soap. And then we also have a body oil that's limited edition for folks. And often what people love about our body products is not only is it natural, but it smells divine. And I think in a time like this, like we've really been pushing folks to try our lavender products because we all need to relax. There's lots of stress, whether it's, you know, more family in the house, taking care of the kids, homeschooling them, trying to figure out what to do with your hair, you know, or you just broke out, you had a fight with the husband, work is stressing you, or you're out of work and you have to think about what's your next step. All of that, you know, aromatherapy, I think is really impactful. And when you're using natural products from top to bottom and getting those scents, it does have an effect on your mood and how you approach things. So that's kind of like the Kreyol Essence signature thing, our scents, the efficacy, and how it feels.
Yeah. I absolutely love how everything smells. It's amazing.
But if someone is interested in wholesale, all they have to do is go to wholesale@kreyolessence.com and a staff member will get back to you. Part of growth and part of really taking your company, your business, whether you're in a in a company and you're trying to go up the corporate ladder or what have you, is you can't always be the smartest person in the room. So you need to be around folks that wow you, that you pick up different nuggets from, and that you're constantly curious about how do you get to that next level. And to me, I remember I was part of the Sephora Business Accelerator. Mm-hmm. And being in that room, I was definitely not the smartest person in the room. I was watching how women were approaching their business and then being confident saying that, yes, I need to get to 10 million this year. I need to get to 30, 50. So all of a sudden now when someone talks about a $10 million business, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's normal. That's a normal discussion. But it was not, 2 years ago before I sat in that room and I saw all these women discussing it as a norm. So you have to go get a bit uncomfortable sometimes and surround yourself with people who do things that you would never necessarily imagine yourself doing it until it becomes normal because they're around you and they're supporting you and you're seeing how they approach their business or whatever it is, that goal that you have. Find out who else is doing it on a bigger scale and get around them. Yeah.
And I think it's important too to just know your worth, and don't be shy about saying, I want $10 million.
Exactly.
And I think that was the beautiful thing about Shark Tank was just that you were like, no, like I am worth more and I'm going to fight you for it.
Yes.
And then for us to see that you were able to achieve that was just so amazing. What are your tips for social media marketing?
So for me, when it comes to social media marketing, I'm scrolling just like everyone else to, see what inspires me. So one of the things I look at is like, did I stop either because of a photo, either because of a caption? Words mean a lot to me. Or can I see the purpose in what the person is doing that is exciting to me? My big thing in terms of knowledge base, so I'm learning through, your social media. So to me, that's added value. So then I'm like, yes, I want to work with Claire because she's a tastemaker in her arena of fashion. And I love how you took something that could, to me, be a bit daunting, like if I was going through a catalog, but seeing it the way you lay it out on social, I'm like, I can ingest this and I love it. So that for me is important. For me, it's not just about like how many followers someone has. That doesn't do it. There are a lot of people with lots of followers, but is there a connection also with what the person is doing and our brand? From culture, from women who just are getting stuff done, girl bosses like yourself. To me, those are the folks I want associated with Kreyol Essence to show every woman who she can and is, even if she doesn't realize it yet, right? There's so many girl bosses who just need to see someone who looks like them. And that's one of the things that I'm always surprised that someone says, whether I'm in Haiti and it's another dark-skinned girl who has not seen dark-skinned women, confident or at the helm of businesses, or I'm here in the States and I'm talking to millionaires on Shark Tank, folks are like, I can see myself, or I watched my daughter watch you. And, like we had one investor who said, I invested in you all because I didn't know how important it was for my daughter to see this until I saw her watching it. Right. And those are things we don't think about as we move in within the world, but there are others watching who need to see it. And I love people who are funny. You know, we live in such a stressful world. And like, I work on poverty alleviation and beauty and hair, and that has lots of fun aspects, but there's lots of really, you know, stressful situations. So things that uplift us and make us laugh, to me, that's also part of like mental wellness. So yeah. I love partnering with folks who are funny.
Yeah, indeed. And I'm very genuine in the brands that I align myself with. And for me, it's top to bottom. Like, you're a force. Stefan is amazing. And these products are great and they work. They've been working for me. And so I'm really excited to be on this journey with you. So for anybody who wants to check you out or purchase the product, where can they find you?
So one, I'm going to shout out Ulta. So we did a soft launch right now on their website. So you can go to ultabeauty.com, put in Kreyol Essence, and you'll see our products on Ulta Beauty. But also you can find us on KreyolEssence.com. So that's KreyolEssence. And most people are like, why is Kreyol spelled with a K? Well, in our language in Haiti, K is how we write the word Kreyol. So we wanted to be authentic to that. And all of our social, you can find us on Kreyol Essence. And my name is Yve-Car, Yve-Car, and I am always happy to talk to folks there. And that is my social media handle.
Okay, awesome. Well, it was so great speaking with you.
Yeah, it was so good talking to you as well, Claire. You made it easy.
Yeah, you know, Convos with Claire. This is what we do.
That's what you do.
And then somebody just asked, do you ship to France? Is everything kind of shipping as usual?
Yes, we are shipping worldwide. The only thing that one has to think about is that once we ship it out, it has to get through customs. So customs might be a little slower than usual, but you will get your product because customers have been getting our products internationally.
Okay, great. Well, this was such a pleasure and a joy, guys. This is going to be on our YouTube. It's going to be on fashionbomdaily.com. We can upload it to IGTV. And it's going to be on my new podcast, Convos with Claire.
So, look at us doing new things in the era of COVID. I can't wait for your podcast.
We got to, the Convos with Claire podcast. So thank you again. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. And have a good one.